Hello, welcome back, everybody. Session 2 of Forbidden Lands: The Bitter Reach. I'm looking at my screen trying to remember what we're playing. Bitter Reach. We're back, finally. Once a month campaign with all of these wonderful people. It's been too long. We left off at a bit of a cliffhanger. We'll do a recap. We'll catch all up. We'll see what we can remember what happened last time, and then we'll get into it. But before that, I want to go ahead and do a roundtable with everyone. They can introduce their characters, remind us all of who they are playing, and who they are. Myri, you're up first.
Hi, I'm Myri from Orkenspalter TV, German author, YouTuber, general RPG stuff person, and I'm playing Karu, who's a goblin. And Karu's got a wolf. That's the most important thing.
Yes. I forgot you had a wolf. Wow.
I have a wolf. Don't forget Grey Cat.
Oh.
He's killed it already.
Oh no.
It was only one session.
Grey Cat, avenge them.
Thank you, Myri. I'll jump over to Millie.
Oh, I was just saying hello to all the raiders in chat. Hi raiders, welcome. My name's Millie. Sometimes I am Millie the GM, but it seems like this week I'm mostly Millie the player. Today I've got Yoni A, who is an old wolfkin who is now very excited that we're going to go and fight some things.
Oh, you think you're going to fight this week, huh? Or this month?
I hope so.
This month.
There's a dragon in here, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a dragon.
Yeah.
We're at a tower with a dragon. That was the last thing you were told. By the way, it's protected by a dragon.
Yeah. Now.
Very good. Michael, can you tell us about your character, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and I am playing the role of Frost or Aurora, who is a wolfkin. I want to say like a kind of like an assassin, I guess, but she's kind of turned into a bit of a pickpocket, troublemaker, ne'er-do-well, delinquent. Let's say that. It's a wolfkin delinquent.
Delinquent.
That's what I am.
like that. I like that word.
You didn't tell us. What kind of people are we traveling with?
Look, to be perfectly fair, though, I didn't start that fight. I just polar bear finished it.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Matt, the other Matt.
I'm the one who started the fight.
Yes.
I'm Matt, also Nine Little Bees on social media. I am a podcaster on Mud and Blood, a podcast about dark and gritty role-playing games. I also run the Three Skulls Tavern YouTube channel, and I am playing Noel Redhand, who is a young orc champion and a bit reckless. Probably gonna die. Probably gonna die today. We'll see.
Oh, I did not plan on you dying to a dragon, but hey, woo, it's happening.
We'll see. We'll see.
Michael's got his hand up.
I'd like to say that my character is not going to die at any point today.
There you go.
Just putting that out there.
To a dragon.
I know my role in the party.
Last but certainly not least, Ben.
Hello, I'm Ben from Goblet Games, and I don't know my role in the party. Not got a clue. Totally out there. I'm playing Corin Heartseer, who is a half-elf druid and is sort of staggering around the wilds with these people going, why am I even here? What am I doing? Mm-hmm. He's out of it, but has great vision, even if he doesn't always understand it.
Yes. Yes. All right. So we are here at the Bitter Reach. Let's do a little bit of a recap what happened. So you guys all arrived. You arrived in the city of Northfall, which is really the only city in the Bitter Reach. This is where everybody stops before they head out into the frozen wastelands to go find treasure. Treasure out there, long buried winter elven treasure. But things got off to a little bit of a rough start as soon as you landed and you're walking through the streets. Matt, do you want to maybe fill us in on the situation? What happened? You ran into some other orcs, did you not?
Yeah, I'm here to spread the news of Emperor Haraka to the frigid north, and that's my mission. That's why I'm here. Half the reason I'm here, the other half is to earn some scars and prove myself as an orc worth his pelt. And yeah, I bumped into some orcs and tried to tell them about Emperor Haraka when they weren't that interested, headbutted one of them, and yeah, before things could kind of get any messier, I was kind of pulled to safety in a way by a polar bear. By Frost.
That's one way to put it. Pulled to safety. But yeah, Frost. Some quick thinking. Everybody kind of jumped in, and well, some did. Some just kind of hung back and ate kebabs. But some jumped in to to break things up. The local police force showed up, or local guard, and things kind of got broken up. And you continued on. You were supposed to go to a shop to get clothing. It was recommended to go get some warm clothing that you arrived, because you thought you were prepared for the cold. But then it really hit you when you got here, just how terrible this place is. So you were going off to get some warm clothing. You did that. It cost you all of your money, if I remember correctly. You pooled your money together, and you bought some stuff. That was at Ongrin the Tailor. That was your first stop. After that, you decided you wanted to go to Ingmar's stronghold. You had heard rumors that this is the man who pays adventurers to go out there and find stuff. He pays handsomely. He's really the only person who pays, but there was a long lineup to get into his stronghold, if you remember. You heard all sorts of rumors, like he has ogres in the basement protecting his jewels. He's a very stingy, frivolous man. He doesn't like to spend money, and he sends people out to their deaths out in the wasteland all the time. But with some quick thinking, you were able to get to the front line. What did you all do again to cut the line? I think it was like a 3-day wait or something.
We convinced people that there was no point in waiting, so they quit the line and we moved up, and then we did a rinse and repeat on that and did it a couple of times to make other people leave.
Was
Yeah.
magic.
Didn't Aurora do some cool knife throwing?
Yes, there was
Yes.
there was a knife involved. I couldn't remember exactly the details, but there was some knife throwing involved.
Yep. Cool knife
Pinning
throwing.
Pinning a penny to a wall or something, if I remember right.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you threw it up and hit it with your dagger. It cost you dagger, but it got you cool points. Or it cost you a
It
penny.
did. And that's the most important thing to play in a winter game.
Yeah.
Cool points.
Cool points. So you got an audience with Igmar, and he's I don't know, kind of a scumbag.
He lived up to his stingiest man in town.
He did. He was a
Mhm.
big man in stature, wide in stature. And he had like bald, kind of like Hulk Hogan hair. It's bald on the top and kind of long on the back, and kind of oily and greasy. His rings were covered in fingers. His rings were covered in fingers. His fingers were covered in rings. He was wearing big, fine furs, and he was sitting at a table counting his money, and he had ledgers in front of him that he was filling out. And he asked you to go out as your first little job to kind of prove yourselves. Go out into the frozen wastes, the bitter reach, and recover some gear from some adventurers that he had sent out there, and he was more than sure they had perished, and he wanted his equipment back, and if you were able to do that, he would pay you, and he'd give you further jobs. And he sent you to go find them at the Tower of the Far Seers, which is somewhat close. And he, on the way out, he reminds you it is guarded by a dragon, so good luck. Then you've spent the night at the local tavern. I don't think we did too much more there. Cussin Bing's or Cussin Dang's tavern. It was run by a couple of weird twins. And you ventured out into the Reach. You took on the frozen wastes. And I think was it Karu? You saw some mirages, I think, on the way to this place?
Yeah. I thought I saw something, but then we had Corin Heartseeker take a look at it, and Corin said, "Nah, that's just a mirage." And Karu was very, very, very sad. First thing Karu ever saw in the Bitter Reach, and it was not really there.
That was one of many random encounters to come, because I think I rolled that on the spot. If I remember, I was like quickly rolling, like, "Hey, let's see what happens." And you got a mirage, one of the least deadly encounters. But you continued on, and you see this big giant stone. It's made of black marble tower in the distance. This thing is at least 100 meters tall. So you've been walking towards it. You've been able to see it from Northfall. It's huge. You're going across the tundra, and you're heading towards it. And we left off with you just like getting onto the same hex, the same area as this tower. So we'll pick up there.
Mhm.
Should we switch over the map? Let me switch you over the map. So you see this tower in the distance. Like I said, massive black marble. All of a sudden, it's like late day. It's like 4 p.m. And all of a sudden, as you're standing there and you're getting near this tower, the sky goes black. Just instantly goes black. It turns to night. You look up in the sky, and all of a sudden, just like Michael's background there, Aurora Borealis, the northern lights light up in the sky above you. And shimmering all colors, blue and yellow and pink, shimmering in the sky. And as you're looking up, all of a sudden stars start shooting down. They don't seem to be landing anywhere, but they're shooting stars all over the sky.
Is that... Does night fall so quickly here normally? Did we travel longer than I thought?
I know. It's
I don't like it.
Aurora howls.
Yeah, I'm resisting the urge to howl.
I'm not.
I'm old.
I'm just doing it.
Because I'm old and, you know.
I'm just going to stare in slack-jawed amazement at the Aurora.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is this like expected? Would we have heard of something like this?
No, this is unusual. It was daytime. It was late afternoon, so it wasn't quite dusk just yet. But all of a sudden, it just got dark. All of a sudden, you don't have any guides or anything with you either. So yeah, it makes sense that you're looking around at one another, going, like, "Is this normal? Is this how night happens in the Bitter Reach?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Just to make sure, I'm gonna go back just a little bit back the way we came.
Okay.
Just follow the footprints and
sure, follow the
does it
footprints
suddenly
back.
go
Yeah,
day?
I get what you're saying. You want to say, like, did I cross a threshold and it's like whoop, sunny, dark. You go back and you take a look, and it's darkness everywhere. You go to the last hex, if you will, and it's still darkness, the whole sky. So Aurora's wandering around. Some of you are looking up at the sky. You're wondering what's happening, what's going on. As you're watching the Aurora Borealis, all of a sudden, a bright light illuminates the sky from the tower that you're headed towards, and a star shoots straight up into the sky from the tower itself. And then a loud crack of thunder lets out in the area.
Steady, Grey Cat. No, don't panic. Caro's wrestling with the wolf.
And then all of a sudden the northern lights disappear. And it's just silence. Silence and darkness all around you.
Noel's going to turn around to face everyone and with a big grin on his face is going to say, "Great glory to be had here."
What?
If it is very dark, and I'm gonna light a torch or something because darkness in the reach, not good.
Not good. No,
Not good.
Cold. Even colder as well with darkness.
So I'm gonna start getting a torch or something at least.
My
Sure.
teeth are crackling. It's too cold. We need to get somewhere safe.
How far are we
away
from the actual
tower are we?
Oh, good question.
Great minds think alike. You guys are probably 30-minute walk through the snow to this tower. You can see it. It's up ahead. You're quite close. And this thing is huge. It's looming. It's unbelievable now that you're close to it, how big this black marble tower is.
All right. Frost will give Noel kind of a knowing look. We can't stay in this weather for long. Making haste and with Yonaye's torch kind of illuminating what we can, Frost is going to suggest we make as quickly towards the tower to try and get out of the elements as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Let's
make a move.
I'll take the frontal position, point, whatever you want to call it.
The snow plow.
The snowplow. Yes.
snowplow,
I like
yeah.
that. The plow
Shield.
position.
He's Mr. Plow. That's his name.
I have a shield too,
Then
yeah,
you
so I
get
can actually
Mr.
do that. Yeah.
All right, so you pull
I'll
out your
be your
shield
snowplow.
and you start pushing the snow aside and forging a path. You notice, though, as you're walking up, there are many footprints in the snow leading to this place. Not really any like going away from it. Everybody seems to go to this place, and
How
that's
fresh
about
are
it.
these prints?
Let's go ahead and make a check for that. Okay, I gotta break out my stats here again. Tracking,
It's scouting, probably.
scouting. Thank you. I gotta open up the character sheet here. It's been a month since we played this game. All right, scouting, please. Yeah, you got a success. You're good. It looks like they are but a few hours old.
There's people here. Someone's here already. These aren't old prints.
We would have.
They better
we
not
would
be
have
stealing
seen
our glory.
We should have seen them.
We should have seen them.
Oh, I've seen something, but then people told me that it was not really there. Maybe that was those people. Not?
Maybe.
No, these
Why
people are
nah?
somewhere else.
Why is anything I ever seen not there?
And you follow the tracks, you push your way through the snow, and you get closer and closer. And there are a whole bunch of tracks leading up into this place. Old, new, combination of both. You're first greeted at the base of this tower by a gate, but it's broken. It looks like it once barred the way into this tower, but it has been, looks like either someone used magic to like blow it up or break it off its hinges, and it looks quite fresh. There is no snow on top of the bleak wooden beams that stand there. So someone blew their way into this tower not too long ago.
Have you been here before, Noel?
No.
Any relatives?
Not that I know of.
Oh, then just general brutes. Fine. Let's get inside, please.
There's just
Completely
one
oversight.
big archway door leading in on the other side of this broken gate. And you see blackness from outside looking in. You don't see any light. There's no torches, just blackness from where you stand.
All right, I'm still in front, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use one of my own torches.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's pitch black, we're gonna need probably more than one. So I'll light one of my torches, from Karu, right? Karu's got the torches out.
I've got a torch out.
Yonaye.
Yonie.
Yonie, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll step into the darkness.
Step into the dark. All right. Let's
See if I die.
start some creepy music for you going into the darkness, maybe. Set the tone and the mood. All right, so you step into the darkness. Your torch illuminates this area. It's a big, round room. You look around. The first thing you notice, there are 3 bodies lying in the snow in front of you. You look up to see where they came from, and you just see blackness straight up. You notice that there are stone, almost like platforms, jutting out all over the interior of this tower, like in intervals.
On the floor.
On the walls leading up, but on the floor there are 3 dead bodies. They're wearing warm winter clothes. They've got leather armor on them. They're carrying spears and swords. And it looks like they fell from a great distance to meet their fate down here.
Can I go and check one of the bodies to see how long they've been there?
Yes, you can.
Are they still warm?
But just before Corin goes up to one of those bodies, I'll put an arm out to stop him and say, wait.
Or what if they need... Oh, they don't need help, do they? It's a bit late for help.
How did they die?
So what does the floor look like in here?
The floor is stone. But it's not like natural stone, like it's been laid and
Like flagstones, kind of.
exactly.
And the walls, when you say they have these kind of bits jutting out of them,
Mm-hmm.
can you just describe that a little bit more? Like pieces of like pillars sticking
Not
out
pillars,
sideways,
but like jutted, like pieces of stone.
Is this a Prince of Persia jumping challenge?
Yes, exactly. I'll tell you what. I'll show you a map. So you can see that there are like they're almost like they're platforms that are sticking out at intervals all the way up this thing,
Right, I got you.
leading up into the darkness. You can't see what's up because this thing, remember, I said it was 100 meters tall. You just see darkness, blackness. Don't pay attention to number 3 on that map. Don't look
Pay
at
I'm
that.
trying not-
attention.
I'm trying
Pay
to
no attention
unsee.
to the dragon at the top of that map.
The dragon is just for decoration.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. There's no dragon there.
Ow.
All right, then I'll remove my hand from Corin and say, I won't say anything. Then I'll walk over and like the lowest one is it easily like easy to climb up on?
So looking at them and just kind of like figuring out a way, like, okay, this is the way top. There's no staircase. There's no nothing else. Like the walls are bare. They're smooth. This is your only way up if you want to get to the top and see what's going on. You're gonna have to like kind of hop up, maybe get a boost from someone on that first one, and then you figure you could use the footing to go from platform to platform. But it will take some maneuvering without gear, without rope or anything like that. But you could, you all could do it. You could help each other and pull each other up as you go.
Tiring, but doable.
Frost will put her hand out in front of Corin and say, if you're going to look at the bodies, just be aware that they may not necessarily be untampered with. Somebody may prevent people following them from perhaps advancing by trapping the bodies of the fallen. Just be careful.
That's one of the things I wanted to check.
What?
See if they're dead, how long they've been dead, whether they really are dead.
Zombies.
I more mean if you turn them over and a crossbow flies at you, at least be well warned.
You can go ahead and make a healing roll just to determine cause of death or if they are dead and things like that. Okay. Yeah, you roll them over and they definitely died from fall. It doesn't look like it was a 100-meter fall. It looks like these poor souls probably slipped and fell on their way up this tower and came crashing down and died as they hit the stone floor.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they were killed. It looks like they died. I'll just relay that to the rest of you. They died from falling. This is going to be very slippery. It's a hard climb.
We can't
And-
see how high up, right?
You cannot. You look up and it just goes dark black because it's still night outside as well.
Mhm.
So there is no sunshine. Even with your torches, they only go so far.
If it's possible, I don't know if it is in Forbidden Lands. Take some of these dead people, take a bit of their, I don't know, cloak or glove or something, and tie it to an arrow, and then set fire and just shoot up. Just see if we can, because if there's a wooden roof partway up, it'll stick in it, and I'll burn it down, and that'll be great.
Then the burning bits
isn't-
are going to fall down on us! Ah!
You can just step out. If it hits something, it can step out. But if it doesn't, if it goes
That's a
all
good
the way
idea.
up,
Also, it might get warmer. Go ahead.
yeah, just if possible, just have a go.
Can I help you? I've got lots of spare
No,
stuff
look,
and
there's
scruff.
dead people. We'll just take the dead people's stuff.
Just
I
the
can
dead.
see up
fine.
there.
You can see it.
People always tell me I'm not supposed to take dead people's stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
can
that's
see
allowed
up
out here.
there if you need me to. I have the spell for that.
Oh, I'm not quite used to this magic thing.
But if you want to set fire to a ceiling, you can. Don't let me spoil your fun.
Also, just super quick, is any of the people who have fallen, are they wearing any of the cold weather gear that we're kind of still
They
looking
are.
for?
They all have cold weather gear on top of their leather armor that they're wearing.
I will go about repurposing that and
Sure.
trying to make sure that everyone's got a headpiece and at least a warm jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help disrobe the corpses as well.
Disrobe the corpses. I love it.
And when I start doing it, I'll kind of look at the two wolfkin and say, "This is work for speedykin like you." Give him a grin.
I don't
Yeah.
know. When that polar bear was charging in your general direction, you seemed pretty quick yourself.
What did I can't remember if I moved out of the way. I thought I got knocked to the floor or something.
Either way, it's funny.
And yeah.
There's a gentle smile, and yeah, we'll distribute out all the clothes. As for climbing, I think perhaps if you don't mind, we should probably have the strongest climber lead the way, and perhaps the second strongest at the back. This way we can have somebody helping people advance, and perhaps somebody ready to assist should someone slip.
Looking at this, someone will slip. I'm just telling you.
So Frost is probably the best
Probably
climber,
me.
right?
Aurora?
Frost
Yes.
has 6 agility
not?
in 1 move.
While you're all kind of sitting there figuring out what to do, Yanye, something catches your attention in the corner of the room, and it looks like a big mass of something in the darkness, in the shadows. It's not moving or anything like that. It's just kind of the shadows are dancing off of something.
But squint, maybe a sniff.
Squint, you sniff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does not smell like a living creature or thing.
Well, I will. I cautiously advance and,
Sure.
and head over and have a look. and see
Cautiously
what's-
advance with your
Yeah.
torch in hand. The light
torch.
dances off the walls, and as you get closer, it looks like there's a large bundle of supplies here. And you assume it may have been from these folks who had fallen. You find snowshoes, skis. There's backpacks for a total of 7 people, 2 tents, and also a whole bunch of basic equipment, all piled up in the corner here.
Like rope and all like that sort of
Rope,
stuff.
oh
too.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, some of them are around. These are the people the ugly human sent us for.
Oh, and ugly humans sent us for their things, and their things are here. We don't need to go any further. Hooray! No climbing.
Some of the
No,
things are there.
Wait.
We do, because there's stuff for more things, more humans than there are dead over there. So there'll be more humans up there. And either they're alive and we should bring them home for reward, or they're dead, we should get their stuff.
But their stuff is here.
No, the stuff they have on.
Oh, we need to undress them. Ugh.
Not all the way.
Oh, good.
The stuff that Ingmar paid for.
I don't know what he paid for.
And then
Best
and then
guess.
I'll look at Null and go, and also the dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a schoolboy's grin on my face now.
What were you whispering?
Nothing.
What was that?
Nothing. It's all fine.
Mm. So we do have to climb.
Probably. I'm gonna have a look through these supplies and see if they've got any food,
Yes.
any rations or anything.
You go through
All right.
there, and you definitely find rations. You find like salted meat, things that would keep out in the bitter reach. Nothing that you'd need to necessarily light a fire for.
Mhm.
Salted meat, rations, anything that is terrible tasting, but will keep for long journeys.
All right. I'll help myself to some of the rations. I'll give some to Grey Cat.
Mhm.
Also, Karu, and then everybody else.
Smoked fish.
Yeah.
Fish is pretty abundant here, seeing as how you're on the coast.
I see, with some snow melt and some herbs and maybe some of that dry bread, you could soak that all in together. You could make quite a good stew.
Why would you want to stew it? It'll just go all loose. It'll fall to bits. What?
You
Why
get
do you
to keep
wanna-
your teeth then.
But I've got good teeth.
You do have good teeth.
I look after them. I brush them, I say, looking at Karu. I brush my teeth.
And did I ever say you didn't?
No, but and if we're going to climb up this tower, yeah?
What's this about?
On that note, is climbing a strength or agility based
It's
skill?
you're gonna roll move for climbing up there. And because you found rope, and I'm going to say there's also grapple hooks that you found in the equipment, you're going to get a gear bonus from your roll, your
Ooh.
move roll.
Oh,
Cool. So I have a 1 in my move.
You have 6 in
what's the gear
agility,
bonus?
right? You got a 6 in agility, though.
Yes, a 6 in agility.
So you're going to be rolling 7 dice.
You're-
Does anybody have better than 7 dice for
No.
forging the path up this tower?
Are you guys sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I have
Damn
a negative
it. Oh, this is where I
You
get in
you
trouble.
did suggest that the best of us go take the lead.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
a rider. Why would I need to climb?
I've got.
How is your cat
6.
going to get up there?
Well, Grey Cat needs to stay down here. She's actually very good at climbing, but only trees. I don't think she can do this. So she's going to stay down there, and she's going to get a little bit of rest, and then she's going to be fine and happy when we come back.
Yeah, I've got 6 in move. So if you want to go at the back, Aurora, that's
No,
That's
no.
okay.
It's all right. I'll manage. 1 success, 1 failure.
One. That's all you need is 1 success. I don't know why it's
Hooray.
not displaying properly. So you go to the first platform. You leap up there, and you're confidence. You're about 10 feet off the ground. And everybody's looking at you like, okay, keep going, Aurora. But you're quite pleased with yourself for that first little leap.
Oh well, I was gonna help other people up onto this
Yes.
platform.
So by doing this, by you helping people up, and we're using the rope and grappling hook, I'm not going to make all of you roll because that'll just get crazy. So Aurora's forging the path and using the grapple hook and the rope to help everybody up as they go and tying it. Like you can tie it to the platform, so you don't need to actually hold it, and everybody can kind of scurry up and they can go, and then we'll keep
So,
piggybacking our way
so
up.
effectively, the only person who could possibly die from failing is me.
Exactly. we'll
But you've already
All right.
said you're not going to die this episode. This
Very
session,
true.
So that's
Yeah.
fine.
Very true. Super confident.
Take
All right,
some
let's
of us
do
with
this.
you on the way down.
All right. 1 for 1.
1 for 1. All right. So again, I'm gonna have you do 4 rolls total. So after that initial one, so this is 1. Boom. You make it up. Clear another 20, 30 feet. Hoist the others up slowly. You guide them. Everybody helps one another. So go ahead and make me another roll.
2 for 1.
2 for 1. Again, you're up there. You're about halfway up at this point. As you get halfway up and you look up into the darkness, you start to see almost like the twinkle of stars or starlight shining up above whatever's up there. It's twinkling, but it's not bright.
Like-
It's not vibrant.
Like immediately up, or like
No, like at the very, very top. You can
Okay,
start to
yeah,
see
yeah.
something through the darkness now as you're about halfway up the tower.
All right.
Matt, were there any bows and arrows at the bottom?
There was...
I'm not climbing you back down.
Yeah, there were bows and arrows. There was
I'm just
4
thinking
there were
before I go
4
up
bows.
because fighting a dragon with a dagger is not going to be fun.
There were 4 bows and
Think for yourself.
Okay.
and D6 arrows. 4 bows and D6 arrows for each bow. So Aurora. Oh, look at that! That next one, you're just like leaping. You're showing off. You're so confident. You're leaping from
Wow.
platform to platform because you're a wolfkin, aren't you? Yeah, you're. You kind of get on all
Yeah.
4s and leap, leap, leap. And the others are like, all right, show off. Take it easy. You get up there, you tie, you secure the grapple hook, the rope, you hoist them up, you bring them up. And one last one.
All right.
This is the one where he falls. This is the one where he's going to take the most damage.
Oh, shit.
4 failures.
Do you want to push that?
Oh my god.
Let's see. Do I want to push it or potentially have 4 failures? Yeah, I'm gonna push it.
Wait a minute.
I mean, you're gonna wreck your agility.
Hold on. Time out.
Yeah.
Have you been giving yourself a gear bonus, Michael?
Yeah, I've been giving myself the gear
Okay.
bonus.
I was going to say, if you haven't, we're going to re-roll that one.
That's that one black. That's that one black.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot of damage to your...
It's four willpower points though too. Don't forget that.
It is 4
True.
willpower points. So falling will not be to the very bottom of this. It'll be to where the others currently are. You fall from platform to platform. You're not going to drop like the others. So you'll fall to where
Okay.
the others
Alright,
are waiting
alright.
for you. I'm not going to let
No,
you drop to
I
your
would basically
death.
just fall. Okay, so how much damage would I potentially take if I fell to that platform then?
Let's see. Falling damage. I looked it up earlier, but we're gonna look it up again. It's not as bad as you might think. If you fall from 3 meters or more and hit a hard surface, the GM rolls for an attack against you. They roll the number of base dice equal to the height of the fall in meters -2. You take 1 point of damage to strength for every 6 they roll. Metal armor gives no protection.
All right. So how many dice would that be this time? I have 2 strength.
I know. You're gonna drop 6 meters, so it'll be 6 dice, and then it's minus.
Okay, no, I'm definitely pushing.
Wait.
It'll be four,
so
it'll be 4 dice, right?
People are
4
sponsoring
dice.
6s
4
for
dice.
Aurora.
4 dice, -2.
Ooh.
-2.
Oh.
4 dice. Do you want to take your
Yay!
chance against 4 dice?
So the lollygaggers have and Garbler Games both give Aurora a 6.
Oh, you succeed. You don't have to reroll.
There we go.
Yay!
Aurora leaps up to the top, and as you leap up to the top, before you even secure the rope for the others, you are strucken by the sight of a big, giant black dragon. It's lying there, curled up. You see blood oozing from its nose, from its snout, and you see dead people laying around it. 4 dead people laying around it. And its skin is shimmering, almost like with starlight. And it's lying there breathing heavily. And it looks at you. It's kind of got like blood and tears kind of seeping out of its eyes. And it just kind of looks at you and it's breathing heavily.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to make a move.
No sudden movements.
I'm gonna shout out from below. What do you see? Do you see the dragon?
Uh-huh.
I'm coming up.
Like every muscle in the tail is like, shut up. Shut up.
I'll tie
Dragon!
the rope off with my action, but I'm not looking away from this
Sure.
this magnificent beast in front of me.
It's huge. It's massive, this thing. You've never seen anything like this. You've never encountered a dragon before.
Nope.
And it's just looking at you and it's breathing heavy, like very labored. And you see blood everywhere. You see, like I said, 4 dead, it looks like adventurers are in here. At one far corner of this room or this platform, you see there's like a stone seal that has been smashed or broken. There's pieces of it everywhere. And it appears to be like a caster or sorcerer type laying dead by it. And you also see in the snow where the seal once was, you see a glowing necklace, like a shimmering like a star lying there in the snow.
Okay.
All the others, the others coming up.
Oh yeah, while they're coming up, I'm gonna try to stealth into the rubble.
Okay. Yeah.
Quietly.
Keyword. So go ahead and make me a stealth roll, please.
All right. Come on, baby. All right, that's 1 success, 1 failure.
You're good. So you kind of dance in the shadows. You don't have a torch with you, do you?
I do not.
You didn't take one. So you're going in between the starlight that's shining in from outside and the shimmering almost like stars emanating from the skin of this black dragon just glistening in the room. It's almost like a disco ball, going around. It's like like lights like that just kind of glinting all over the walls.
And because Aurora's fur is actually white, so in those glints of starlight, she'll use those flashes to move from darkness cover.
Sure. As you're moving, you watch the dragon out of one eye at all times, and its head doesn't seem to lift or move with you. Its eyes kind of try to track you, but it seems like it's unable to even lift its head as it's lying there. It sounds like it's in pain. A battle was fought here recently. It's obvious. You see the signs of it. And this dragon was wounded.
And these dead guys definitely look like they've been torn apart by a dragon.
Oh yeah.
I mean, who knows? They might have come up here and died of hypothermia. We just
right. Oh yeah.
I'd assume.
They're adventurer sickles.
Okay. Hey, I quietly think to myself, I should have asked for more money. That is all.
The others,
I'm going to wait for the others to
Sure.
to get closer before I do anything else.
So you all climb up and
But,
you all see this
yeah,
big, massive black dragon. Sorry, go ahead, Michael.
Direction-wise, I want to try and head towards that shining thing I saw on the floor.
Laying in the snow. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
pendant or a necklace. You can see it. There's a
Yeah.
string around it, and it's just lying in the snow, just emanating this bright light.
Yeah.
So when we come up, is the bright light that's reflecting off the dragon's scales is coming from that pendant? Is that right?
No,
Or
it
is the
looks
light
like
coming
it's
from
like
the
it's
dragon
coming from the
itself?
dragon's scales itself.
Right. Okay.
It's just shimmering. It's not bright. You look outside, you see the lights. I'll tell you what. When all of you get up there and you see the starlight outside, everybody make me a lore check, please. When you look at the stars through the openings at the top of this tower outside. All right, who passed? I got Yanye and
And no,
Orin.
surprisingly.
excellent. The two of you are looking at the lights. You're
Well,
looking at this
three of
dragon.
us.
You're looking at this whole scene. The three of you, and when you're looking at the night sky, these are not the constellations and the stars in the sky that you're used to seeing. These are different. This is not the night sky, because you use that to guide your way as you're making your way across these lands, even before you came to the Bitter Reach. And these are not the stars that you know up in the sky.
Can I approach the dragon?
Yes, you can. You approach.
Does it look injured?
It is
ill,
very injured.
dying?
There's blood seeping out all over, and it's just heavy, labored breathing as you approach. And it looks at you. It can't lift its head. Its eyes are looking your direction. As you get close to it, all of a sudden, the light gets really bright, emanating from its skin, and you start to see shadows being cast on the walls, and it turns into almost like a scene. It's like the dragon's trying to tell you or show you something. The shadows, they play all over the wall, and they show you this vision of a dragon laying, the same dragon that's laying before you, fighting against fighters and sorcerers, but to no avail. The adventurers defeat the monstrosity, and one of the wizards strikes a star hanging above her head with its staff. The star shatters into 1,000 pieces, and the energies released annihilate the dragon slayers to the last man. Now 4 symbols appear on the wall: a trident, a snake, an open flame, and a horn. Then a hammer strikes each of the symbols, and as they are broken, the scene transforms into a rising and radiant sun. When the sun reaches its zenith, a royal figure appears and ascends his throne to the accolades of his people. And then, just as quickly as it appeared, the shadows disappear, and the dragon lets out one last breath and starts to just turn to dust right before your eyes.
No! No!
And as it turns to dust,
What did you do?
wind gusts come through the windows at the top of the tower and blow the dust of the dragon out into the sky, and you see a bright flash of starlight. And all of a sudden it's day once again.
What?
Yeah.
Can I
yes,
try and
exactly.
catch a little handful of dragon dust as it
Dragon
goes
dust.
past?
You eat it.
Because I was reaching out for the dragon's face. I was going to like stroke its nose or something and
You want a handful
Frost
of
will go for the pendant.
Okay.
really ruin everyone's day.
Can you
Dragon.
just very quickly tell us what those 4 symbols were? A trident, a
Yes.
snake, an open flame, and what was the 4th one?
Let me
A
jump
horn.
back here.
A horn. As
A
in
horn.
A horn, okay.
Like-
It's like a drinking horn, like a Viking horn?
Like a horn. Yes, a horn.
Alright,
horn.
yeah. Of course you
Because
got one.
everybody has a horn close to where they stream from.
Right? Don't you? Yes, a horn, like a horn from an animal.
Mine's a drinking horn though.
Mine's the Horn of Gondor. Oh, wrong game. Wait till the One Ring comes out from Free League Publishing in 2021. Yes, a horn.
Cool.
So, you want to try and grab some dragon dust?
I have my
before-
hand out for the dragon, so as it sort of brushes past, I just sort of wanted to close my hand. I'm not like leaping through the air to catch it like confetti.
Just make me a move roll. We'll say that. Move, just quickly grab some as it goes by.
Nope.
Like a kitty cat.
Nope, it just kind of goes between your fingers.
Blows between your fingers.
So you have 4 dead adventurers. You assume these are the ones in the vision that you just watched where they broke the seal and then it went into another scene. Aurora, you go and you reach down, you pick up this pendant. This pendant, this shining, bright, beautiful looking object. Let me...
My precious.
Yeah, here we go. That's it exactly. You have found a artifact.
Gonna look out the window at the dragon dust blowing away.
An artifact you have found, my friend. So I will share that with you. This item that you now have. You don't really know anything about it. You're gonna have to learn about this thing, but you do have yourself an artifact.
Wow.
And just the appearance of it is a piece of silver jewelry shaped like a star, adorned with a clear ice crystal. The amulet hangs from a thin iron chain. And yeah, so you grab that. You pick it up. Do you want to look it over, or what do you want to do? Do you want to put it on?
I'll inspect it for 3 things. Number 1 is if the pendant itself has a sort of a hinge or a mechanism or a seam.
Yeah.
That would conceal something.
Okay.
A maker's mark, potentially, like for a craftsman or a person in of that variety. And if there's any way for us to tell like what kind of material it's made of physically, like silver or mithril or whatever. I want to try and sort of study it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and just make me a lore test as you look this thing over. To try and get some more information, just by appearances. You look it over, there's no maker's mark, but is very, very fine craftsmanship. It appears, as far as you can tell, to be made out of silver, but like I said, the crystal around it, it is crystal like glass, but it's cold to the touch, almost like ice. So it is imbued with some sort of magic. You've not seen anything like this before. And you know that this is a special item. This dragon was guarding or is linked to something with this dragon being up in this tower. When you look at it, and you're looking it over, when you look right into the crystal itself, all of a sudden you're whisked away somewhere else. It's not like you're standing there with the others anymore, and you see visions of distant lands. But it looks like it's not recent times. It looks like this may be the Bitter Reach, but it was before the snow came down. You see the land to the south, and it looks like these are visions from the past. And you're able to see over great distances, but it's not recent.
Do these lands look forbidden?
They do look forbidden. Good question. Cheeky.
Well, let's start with, can I touch things here? Like, is there foliage or something nearby that I could...
You go to reach out to try to run your hands through some grass in a field, and it just passes right through. Instead, it looks like this might be used to view things a great distance away.
I'll sort of look around and see if there's anything of note to observe. Large structures, maybe, or maybe even why in this exact spot, why I've appeared here.
You're looking around, and as you look into the distance, you see what seems to be a village, but there's a big ice wall around the outside of it, and it looks like this may have been Northfall, but centuries ago. Well before it was the big bustling city that you arrived in just earlier today, or yesterday.
Yesterday.
All right. I'll try and shake the vision away and Go away.
All right. I have put on your character sheet Farrenbald's Star. So you have that in there. It's on your character sheet. You can read it, even though your character doesn't really know what it does at this point. Someone's going to have to kind of help you out with that, or you can just kind of mess around with it and see what you can find. But I've put that on your character sheet now. It's something you now have in your possession.
Okay. Well, for the time being, I guess I'll try putting it on.
Sure. Yeah, you put it on. So, yeah.
Isn't that the
It feels
thing
good.
that
Looks great on him.
Ingmar paid those guys to come and get?
Do you think there
am
would be
I-
other people here?
So, just to kind of clarify where my senses are right now. So, in terms of the vision, am I kind of hearing two things at the same time?
You
or am
snap
I-
back. It was while you were looking it
Okay.
over and examining it. Like while you were looking into it, it seemed to like draw you in and pull you away. And as you snapped out and you put it on, you're back now here in the room with everybody else, and they're kind of like talking to one another, and you're kind of like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Don't know what that was.
The star, it seems to have some sort of strange magical property. I think the dragon was trying to tell us something. That, well, adventurers perhaps were seeking this, and it gave its life to protect it.
Yeah,
While,
that's
of
what
course-
Ingmar said, wasn't it? He said that he'd sent some people to go and get a gem from this tower.
Yes. What he failed to mention was that this quest that he set cost a number of good people their lives, and a dragon its own in order to protect it. Ingmar
How
is
do you
many
know
things.
those were good people?
Well, no, I didn't say they were good people, but they're dead nonetheless. And, well, for the amount of money that we got for our troubles, this is, of course, worth it. But, I mean, such a awe-inspiring beast was willing to defend it, give its life to protect it. Should something like that be handed to Ingmar for some coin?
What else do you want to do?
Give him the stuff that he sent us here to get, and not the stuff that he sent them here to get. He asked us to come and look for what happened to
Ah.
them. He didn't ask us to bring back the gem he sent them for.
So we
So-
need to lie.
Technically, we're still within the bounds of our contract just by returning to him the things that he asked us to return to him, and not the
Yes,
things he
but
asked them
he's
to
probably
return
going
to
to
him.
ask us, oh, so you found the corpses? Ah, sad. They were maybe good people. What about the gem? Did you find the gem? And then we all have to
The
lie.
dragon's gone. There was
I
no
think
dragon.
we have a different definition of truth.
Truth is subjective.
Just do that and go. See. This is why people don't like elves. This is why people don't like elves. And just
We can
be
tell him that
like,
there was
as
there
she's
was no
like
dragon
turning
to
over
fight.
dead bodies, like going through
Look,
dead people's stuff.
Honestly, Frost has never felt closer to Corin in her life. Like,
I don't think we should give a greedy powermonger a magic gem of the ancients. Just a personal feeling.
Maybe he's gonna give us money? Not?
I think we could get more money if we gave it to literally anybody but him.
Oh yeah, right. Back to the lying thing. We should discuss what we're going to tell, because otherwise he's going to look at us real harsh, and then one of us is going to stutter, and suddenly you're saying, no, yeah, we saw the star, but then there was someone else and he flew away with the thing, and so we should keep it simple. Just saying.
We could just send Aurora back.
We can tell him that there was a dead dragon with 4 bodies around it. That's true.
And nothing else. Nope.
Nothing
Didn't
else.
see anything else.
And if
No
anyone
vision?
asks, we can say that the dragon is no longer in the tower.
Which
This is what I meant. We need to know what we're going to say. We can't have different versions. I'm just going to loot corpses and do what I am good at, and
It's
you
the
decide
sa-
what we're going to
No,
say.
It's the same. It's the same story. Is the dragon killed everything, and it is no longer in the tower. At no
It's all
point are we
true.
lying.
There is no word of a lie there.
All right. For the time being, in terms of just world lore and stuff like that, we were tasked to find the fate of these individuals and bring back the property. In terms of the corpses and stuff like that, what's the religious standpoint on corpses? Like, if we buried them in the snow at the tower, do we take them back to the town?
I guess that depends on your religion.
Also, do we have to gently carry them back down the inside of the tower, or can we just roll them through the
throw
hole?
them down.
Yeah. What's the common practice? I guess is the question.
In a place that's as harsh as this, there are no common practices, really. Like, people are burned for fuel. You got to remember, there's no trees here. Like, it's
All right. So
it's a
full
dog-eat-dog
fuel.
world. It's harsh. It is a
Hold on.
harsh place.
Hey, I resemble that phrase.
If we roll the bodies out of the hole, then Karu's wolf is at the bottom, right?
Yes,
Waiting for us.
yes.
That's not gonna be very fun for the wolf, is it?
I'm not going to feed some random people to my wolf. I've got standards.
I meant dropping bodies.
All of a sudden, it starts raining bodies from the darkness above. Oh, it's daytime now, so the light is shining through. You can look down. It is
Well,
a
if
far
there's-
distance, and you can see your wolf down there.
Oh, should we
Then-
roll for
then
torches?
Ambling up to the opening that leads down.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for torches.
Yeah, this is really high.
Okay.
Grey Cat, move out of the way.
Grey Cat looks up, ears perk up, tail starts wagging, hearing your
Good
voice,
girl. Now
Kinda
back
starts-
away.
dancing
Back
in a
away.
circle, all excited, and then stops and listens and starts kind of backing up.
Good girl. Good girl. Drop him.
Is it wrong that I can hear Drowning Pool's bodies in the back of my head right now?
Why are we dropping the bodies? I'm just kind of curious why we don't leave them up here.
No, I was going to leave them up here. I mean, if the norm
Did
is
someone
to
else say
burn
we
them
should drop
for
the
fuel and
bodies?
stuff- No.
I just asked if it was okay to.
I thought we were. Are we not gonna? No.
I mean, we're talking like what, like a 200-meter drop to the ground?
I think this is on me. I kind of confused because the player was asking what the norm was. Me, the character, knowing the norm, gives two shits what we do with these guys.
It's 100 meters
But
down.
if the
Please,
norm was,
let's
God
just
might
get down.
smite you,
No,
then yeah, let's bury him.
no. You could. Yeah, that's a good point. You could just strip them and take their gear and throw their gear down.
Totally doing that.
Oh.
leave-
Actually, probably bundle it up and carry it down. The better quality it's in, then
Hopefully, the more money you get.
yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Okay.
I will immediately then start climbing down and wish everyone else luck. Boing, 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 boing,
What? What is she doing?
Look, I said I'd help you get up here.
Why does she think this is a good idea?
Frost just
Don't
bounced.
worry.
Wants
Your
to
cat
keep
is
all the
really
money for
soft.
herself.
This is why I should have taken shapeshifting instead of insight.
Hindsight.
Whistles very loudly. Grey Cat!
Tail wagging gets attention again.
Right,
Make
can we get out of this
sure
tower? then?
Aurora stays in the tower until we're all down. And if I fall and die a horrible death, go chew her out.
You hear
Literally,
a-
please.
responds with a bark.
She's,
all right.
she's very bright. She gets all that.
So you're all gonna carefully make your way back down from the
Yes.
Tower of the Farseers. Aurora's waiting at the bottom
Maybe.
with all the gear.
Let's find out.
No. Whoa, no. You made your way up here already. I'm not gonna kill you on the way down. You slowly make your way down. You have a bunch of these platforms that have been cleared of ice and snow between you and the other ones who have been here. And you take your time. You take your time going down.
I'm gonna eat my fish while I'm waiting.
Sure, you're eating some cured fish down at the bottom. Smoked salmon. And the others eventually get down there. You're down there with Gray Cat, and you've got 2 tents, you've got some skis, you've got some snowshoes, you've got all kinds of supplies that you're sitting on down there. And then eventually the 4 of them make their way down.
Karu, would you mind if I maybe strap some of this gear to Grey Cat?
I don't mind.
What?
Do you think you're funny or something?
I think I'm entertaining.
Hardly.
You're fine. Maybe.
I don't give two
I'll tie.
whatever's
Yeah.
what you
Sure.
think of me.
Tie it up.
No, get ready. Let's move out.
To bring it back to town. So you want to set out? It is late day when you by the time you got
Yeah.
here. So it is
We probably want to camp tonight. It's going to
Oh.
be horrible going back in this.
it's
Yeah.
true because you are sheltered in here, to be
Yeah.
honest.
How are we carrying it all back? Because
Slowly.
I think probably most people are going to be already over encumbered, right?
No,
Grey Cat.
I've got Grey Cat.
I've got ideas, but that's
We could
that's
sled
cheating.
it back.
I mean, Grey Cat will have a limit for how much he or she can carry.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if we put it on a flat thing and drag it, it'll slide along the surface of
Yeah.
the snow.
Skis and stuff in this.
We've
aren't
got
there?
skis, so we can put the
got-
skis underneath it.
All right.
You
We
got
rope
2 tents?
together all the bodies and make a sled.
It's what they would have wanted.
Did they leave
practical.
a note somewhere saying that?
Like this is just it's common wolfkin uses of
Yeah.
everything. You
Waste
don't
not,
waste
want not.
things.
Yeah.
It's just what they would have wanted.
Yeah.
No? Why are you looking
Yeah.
at me like that?
I
Stop.
think maybe we should leave the bodies because that'll just add extra weight. But otherwise, the idea is sound. Just taking the bodies out of the equation.
Sure. If we're going to camp
the
in here,
meantime-
I'll drag bodies outside so we don't have to sleep in a room with.
Sure,
Dead humans.
with dead humans. All right, you drag them all outside, pile them up out in the
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
I'll set fire to the bodies for extra warmth.
Okay, it's fine.
Smells horrid.
Smells terrible, but it works. It's good kindling. Remember they sell pucks of like poop to get the fires started here because there's no trees and branches and kindling. You got to use whatever you can. So we'll sleep through the night. If anybody took any damage or anything, that will get healed in this shift, this quarter day of night. Who wants to keep watch? We'll do 5 watches. Who's keeping watch when?
I'll take
Say
first watch.
second, third, fourth, fifth.
First watch.
Okay.
I'll take third watch.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody wants to take second.
Yeah, I'll do second.
Does it require scouting rules?
No, this won't require a scouting roll.
Yeah, that'll
Just
that'll
you're
help
up.
too.
You're keeping watch over everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. So who took the last watch?
I've taken the last watch. How many watches were there?
There's
3 or
5.
4?
All 4 between the 5 of you.
All
You
right.
just kind of take turns. All right. So on the last watch, Noel, you're sitting there. You're anxious. You're ready to head out for the day, and all of a sudden you hear like flapping noise outside, up in the air. And you poke your head outside, and you see a frost dragon circling the tower. A big blue and white frost dragon circling around. And it does so maybe 5-6 times, and then all of a sudden it spreads its wings and it glides down and lands with a thud right in front of the doorway where you are, and it puts its snout inside and sniffs the air.
I'm by the door, right?
Right, and sniffs you.
Can I smack its nose with my hammer?
You're gonna smack a dragon.
I dealt with the last dragon. This one's yours.
You can definitely
You've killed the
smack
dragon already.
It sniffs. It says, "Are you the ones who killed
Okay.
Mole?" It asks as it sniffs you. You can smack it. I'm not gonna say no.
No. If it's talking, then it's
It's
slightly
talking. It's
different.
sniffing you.
Yeah.
Are you the ones who killed Mole? It asks.
Sadly, no. It was dead when we got there.
He kind of sniffs
I've
you some
been-
more, and you speak the truth.
I've been waiting to fight a dragon, though.
He kind of, it like squeezes and it pushes its way in through the door and it kind of breaks it. Remember the door and the gate was already kind of broken and it starts squeezing its way in. With this, the others wake up and you are woken to the sight of an adult frost dragon squeezing its way into the base of this tower where you sit, and it kind of sniffs each of you as it enters, like it's trying to.
Frost just stops for a moment and says, "You are never allowed on watch again."
Yeah,
You're
Carl,
terrible
had
at
one
this.
job.
The worst at this.
This is fine. She says,
I'm
like,
ignoring you all.
Sniffing me!
where did I put my bow? Don't break eye contact. Find the bow. This is fine. Yeah.
It's stomping about.
Yep,
It's kind of causing chaos at the bottom of this tower as it mills about and it sniffs all of you. And you are not the ones. Where is he now? Where is Mull, the guardian of the tower?
He's on the wind.
Yes, we can take you to him.
He
Ow.
squints
Oh,
and gets like really close to you, and all of a sudden, he leaps and starts like digging his claws into the tower and climbing its way up to the top.
Look, someone who's better at climbing than you.
I pocket the knife that I had like sort of slid out of my jacket when, I was hoping that something. I want to fight, he says, as I'm walking, muttering next to Noel. "Oh, I want to fight it. He says, smack in the face, he says. Gotta fight a dragon, he says. Swear to God." And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna say, at the door, are we leaving or are we going to go and talk more with our kind friend who has dropped in on us for breakfast?
I vote for leaving. Quickly and quietly.
Fantastic.
Good.
Noel's already climbing
I-
up behind it.
No, I think Noel, having seen the dragon that big, is probably not thinking he's going to get many scars. He's more likely just to be bitten in half.
Mm-hmm.
Just the one straight across the torso.
Yeah, that'd be a great scar.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah. Not going to say that out loud, but it'd be like, yeah, just shrug and follow the way out.
And you know what? You'll probably never meet anyone else with the same scar.
Never meet anyone else.
All right.
And
I'll
Cool.
I'll wait until everyone else is out, and I'll be the last out.
Okay. Okay. So everybody
Before I
packs
leave,
everything
can I
up.
shout up at the dragon?
Yes.
Hey, dragon,
You hear like a snarl up there.
Corin?
what's your name?
My name is Gore, and this is my tower now. Tell those fools in Northfall not to come here again.
That's why I wanted to know your name. And I'll leave.
Okay. Everybody packs up their stuff, leaves. Null, you're the last one out.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do being the last one out, or you just wanted to...
No, just in case it came back down.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I was like, are you planning something here, or do you want...
This are entirely too many dragons.
Yeah.
That is 2 more dragons than I've seen on any other day.
Uh-huh.
we didn't get to fight any of them.
Why
don't-
would you
don't-
want to fight it?
I mean, you can.
Well,
Not for long.
if I fight this dragon and it bites me in half and I die, how are you all
When?
getting back to the
When?
town by yourself?
You'll
all
have to
die
bill
in
around for a
frost.
bit until we find our way. But we
We
can always
come
come
back-
back another day. Once
We
we've had a
come
bit
back.
of practice.
yes, when we have better weapons, we can come back and slay
We
the
can
dragon.
come back.
You
But
are
it's
awfully
grown
optimistic
fat
about
and
what...
complacent.
I agree with the goblin.
I'm not getting any younger.
Look,
We can't
That's
wait
true.
forever. Like next week, we'll take this
I-
back We'll get some stuff. We'll come back afterwards. That's the plan.
Wait. I don't want to stop walking, so let's just talk while we are following Snowplow. But are you
It's day
actually
3.
trying to die? Do you want to be eaten into ripped apart and things like that?
It's only day 3. Let's give it a month before we try and fight a dragon at least.
You know, I want an honest answer. Are you trying to die?
Well, maybe. You know, this leg, it hurts so much. I've been around. I've killed a lot of things in the woods back home.
Let me tell you something, Auntie Grace Snout. I don't want to die. I don't think Aurora wants to die. So you better get your things together and try not to die too, because you know this is like the stupid game where you tip one thing over and then everything else falls.
Well, I'm trying, but if we try too hard, I'll just it's a bit lame, really, isn't it? It's a bit of a waste if I grow old and die. No, if I grow old and die and I've not had some good fights in me, if I let all this skill I've acquired just wither into nothing.
You need a name first. You need people to know your name before you die. Otherwise, you'll just be dragon victim number 17 or 700 or 70 or however many victims there are. If you've got a big name and everybody knows who you are and then you die, that's different. Then you're like a legendary hero who met their match at the last. And that's a much better story to leave on than dragon victim number 17.
I don't know. Stories are for other folk. As long as I know I did my best.
Anyways, I prefer stories where I don't die.
Well,
good choice.
If we
very blurry.
If we have something that's a worthy fight, Karu, you have to survive and tell everybody that I did really great.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
No. Find some other idiot who's going to tell people about how you died stupidly.
Corin, if we have a fight that is really good and I die doing my best, you have to tell everybody I did really good.
Yeah, but it's gotta be a good fight and you've got to do your best.
Dragon would be a great one.
No, it wouldn't. That'd be a terrible fight. It'd be over in seconds.
We're only not doing it because you or Karu would die. That's the only reason we're not going back right now.
If you say so. I think I'd live.
More pathfinding. Less talking about death.
I'm already like
I think
I haven't even slowed down for the conversation. So, first one out the door, fastest move speed that way.
I'm gonna remind
you. Are you also going to do the pathfinding for us, or I just walk in somewhere?
I'll do the. I can do. Well,
so
okay,
let's go to the party sheet again. I had forgotten we had a party sheet. But we have the party sheet where you can drag and drop your tokens onto the said rolls. We need to lead the way, and we need a keep watch for this. And you can just hit the button right on the party sheet. It'll roll it for you. It is amazing. Oh, yeah. It's where the character sheets are in Foundry.
Yep.
And you just drag and drop your token from the other field onto whatever it is you want to roll. We got scouting for keep watching. Karu's on there, and we got lead the way is survival.
Okay.
I can also do lead the way. I'm good at both.
Don't make me do lead the way, people. You'll regret it. Actually, you probably won't, to be fair. I do have 6 dice in it.
Yeah, I can do scouting.
Do scouting or survival?
Oh, go on. Here we go. Boom. Lead the way.
All right. So, all right, Corin, you're leading the way.
Be a wacky journey.
Go ahead and roll that for me as we're heading back to Northfall. It's much easier on the way back. Yep, you pick up your trail that you had found previously, even though snow has fallen between now and then, and you're able to find your trail, and you're heading back at a good pace back to Northfall. Go ahead and make me the keep watch roll, please, Karu.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right, you're up ahead, and
I think we're fine.
You're scouting up ahead a little ways in front of Corin, and as you're doing so, you and is it Grey Cat, right? Is your wolf?
Grey Cat, yeah.
Grey Cat starts sniffing the air and starts getting really agitated, and the fur on the back of Grey Cat kind of sticks up and starts snarling as you're moving forward. As he's kind of skulking through the snow, you can hear the sounds of growling, and it sounds like other wolves. You know the sounds of wolves. You know what they sound like. You can hear some up ahead, and you get up on almost on like a little ridge, and you look down, and there's a pack of 5 wolves that appear to have attacked a dog sled and someone who was on it, and there's blood everywhere, and they're currently fighting over the carcass. You've come up on this scene, and you've seen them before they've seen you. They have no idea that you're there.
So, Kara's gotten off a Grey Cat and is lying in the snow to take a look over the ridge, and then crawls backwards, takes Grey Cat, and rides back to the rest of the group. There's a wolf pack up ahead. They killed someone with a sled. Do you want the sled? Might be a hard fight. No, don't say that. Then Auntie Grace now is going to jump right in there. No, it might be a boring fight. And do you want it or not?
Easy.
5 wolves. Yeah, that's a small wolf pack for Null.
It's 5 wolves. I think it's a normal pack. You know, Mama Wolf, Papa Wolf, and all the babies.
How much do we need a sled? Would it make life easier?
I don't
Sled
know. You
would
were the
make
one
life
talking about
easier.
making a sled of corpses.
A sled would make life easier. And also, wolf pelts can probably fetch a good price in Northhold.
Oh, yeah. True.
These wolves are in our
Hang on,
path, right?
sorry. Aurora, Yonaye,
Yes.
is that offensive?
No. It's offensive
Okay.
to refer to us as wolves, though.
So was asking if it was offensive.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That's like us asking if a pair of knives offends your ears.
Why would knives offend my ears? Unless you're going to cut my ears off, that would be offensive.
No, never mind.
So, 5 wolves or not 5 wolves? That is the question.
I think we should let Cole fight the wolves.
So they are in your path. You could go at different hex back. It'll take you a little extra time, but they are in your path now to go back. No,
been so
no,
good.
no.
No.
We're not
We're
going
not
around
turning
this.
back for 5 wolves. Come.
He's been so good. We should let him fight something.
Yes.
Now these are regular wolves. They're not dire wolves. Just to make note, because dire wolves are pretty.
Right, well, if it
dominating.
is of course too easy, we can always send Null to fight all 5 by himself. I'm fairly certain he will get a few scars that way.
Wolves are pretty smart. So if he maybe they
vicious.
just run away if he's vicious enough. So let's just see, Otherwise they're going to snap, bop, bop, bop. Each one takes a hand or a leg, and then they're going to rip him apart. Also, great show.
There's 6 of us and 5 of them. And when I say 6, I make sure to include Grey Cat in my
Count.
estimations.
Yeah,
Plenty of glory to go round. Come.
Oh,
I'm striding ahead, getting ready to.
So you still have the leap on them. You have the advantage on them.
If you follow my traces, we will come upon them without them sniffing us because the wind will be in our faces and not in our back.
Carl, if you don't mess them up too bad, you could wear one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kara spends the rest of the trip slightly. Thinking about sartorial choices in the future.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go skulk up on some wolves and
Yes.
fight them. Is everybody? I know Knowles is like step side.
I'm not skulking up to them. I'm gonna be striding purposefully unless somebody says they want to take a shot with the bow. Hint, hint.
Yeah, I'll try and take 1 or 2 out if I can. I'll take a shot or 2.
I don't have a bow, I have a sling. I'm going to use that.
And I've got my throwing daggers.
I forgot to count how many arrows there were. 46, you said.
Yes.
So
let's click over. I'm just gonna move over to a combat tab here. We'll switch up our overlay so people can see our
Yeah,
battle
6
map.
arrows.
I'll see. I would have been absolutely sad if we didn't get to see this awesome battle map.
Oh,
Look at
it was gonna happen either way. With knowing Null's here, I knew combat was happening. And we get to see combat in action. I'm just fixing my overlay in the meantime. I'm gonna get everybody to roll me initiative. Bear with me here. I gotta add you to the combat tracker. I'm doing it on the wrong one. Names are wrong.
Draw
Faces
cards.
are in the wrong place. But I'll fix that once we get the initiative going. Okay.
Thank
So-
you, Michael, for doing the
So we
faces
open the,
thing. That's really cool.
Yes.
So we
yes.
go to the dice tab and then click initiative cards and then click the roll at the bottom. Is that right?
No, so what we're going to do is the second tab at the top is cross swords. If you right click on that, it'll pop out the combat tracker.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've added all of you to the tracker now, except for the wolves. And I provided that macro at the beginning of last session, which is should be in your macro
Oh,
bar.
yes.
The initiative one. Roll that and I'll plug it in manually because there's a set number of cards. It's 1 through 10, and this way make sure that we don't have duplicates on the cards.
Initiative of 7.
7.
What a 4!
I don't have a macro for it.
Oh.
You should have one in your action bar.
Slot
bottom.
1.
No,
Bottom.
there's nothing there. No. Anyway,
Oh.
all good. So do I just click initiative cards and roll the initiative thing? Is that basically
No,
the
it's not
same
set up.
thing?
I'll roll it for you. I'll get you the
Okay.
macro after this. So you got a 5.
Can you do the same for me? Because I don't think I have it. I
Yep.
missed.
I'll get you guys the macro after this. The card support in Foundry is not the best right now, so that's why we're using the macros. 9. I'm sorry, Millie. 9 for you. What's left? What do my wolves get? 10. Wow.
Yay.
Yeah, right. All right. Who am I missing here? Myri, what'd you get?
I've got a 4.
4. And Ben, what did you have?
I got scroll it back up. 6.
Beautiful. Let's break this out on the overlay so people can see it. And are we in the right order? We are. All right. So Karu is up. I'm going to fix my overlay while it is. Karu, you are up first. So combat in Forbidden Lands. I have some cheat sheets in here for you guys as well and everyone. So what those yellow lines are range bands. And what you typically do is you can move one range band up in combat for your move. You got one fast action, one slow action. So your fast action could be to move. When you are in combat, your slow action is typically to hit or attack someone or shoot with a bow. So right now you have a range band between you and the wolves. For a list of actions in combat, I have them on.
We can also swap initiative for free at the top of a round if we can talk to each other.
You can do that as
So
well.
if you're
But
happy to swap places with me, so I can go be the meat shield. Just throwing it out there. Unless you want to do something else.
Well,
We're
I,
all acting before the wolves anyway. So it doesn't...
Yeah, the wolves are going last. Like no
Kara
matter
would
what.
like to go first, so Kara can just get the sling and stone in there before someone else is having their big orcish head in between Karu and the wolves. So
Yep, sounds good.
would like to go first, but then you are second anyways, right? Good.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
So
Good. Well, Kara would move one range band, so because the sling is short range, so I need to be, I think, in the neighboring one. So Kara is moving a bit to the side up here, and then let's
Very
see.
good. So yeah, I have the actions in there under it's the tab, it's like the fourth one in. It looks like 2 pieces of paper or parchment. There's fast and slow actions are all in there. You guys can look at them also between your turns just to get an idea of what you can do and what's available to you. It's all loaded in the game for reference. For your sling,
I got a 6.
6. You're just gonna throw it at the closest one.
Yep.
All right, it hits a wolf and it does a point of damage to it. It lets out a little howl, yip, as you do so.
Don't listen to them, Grey Cat. They're strangers. We don't know them.
All right, let's move on to Null.
Yeah.
You've got a bit of a
getting messy.
distance to close between you and these guys.
Yeah.
Because you're all close combat, right?
Yeah, I could use 2 moves to just throw myself in the
Just
middle of
get
them
up there in the thick
without
of
doing
it.
anything.
But you will be the meat shield then. That you will
I will.
be...
I will get my scars most likely.
You will get your scars from a pack of 5 wolves. You against a pack of 5.
I'm definitely walking up to them like this.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna go right into
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna run right in the midst of them. I'm gonna run up to this one here, and not have any moves left.
All right, you're just going right up into it. Okay.
Yep. I'll be getting the use out of my defender talent. Oh, hold on. No. Sorry, I forgot. I can save an action to use for defense later.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna basically step here, and I'm gonna hold back. That's a fast action. I'm gonna hold my slow action.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Next up, Corin.
Well, I am going to use my fast action to ready an arrow and my slow action to shoot this wolf.
What's the range on that? What type of bow are you using?
You didn't specify, so I guessed that it would be a longbow.
It's
But if you'd rather it be a short bow,
blame the GM. It's a short bow.
okay,
It's a short bow.
then it doesn't do quite the same range.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being, because it's not long range, it's like medium range. Let me edit the damn bow.
Is short range.
You're at short range though.
You are at short range
right now.
All the weapons, you should be able to see them now also, and you can drag and drop them on your character sheet. I know we had a problem last time you guys weren't able to see everything, but I've programmed them all into the game. If you click on the icon that looks like a box, and there should be a folder for weapons, and you can just drag that stuff on your character sheet, autofill it all out. Because I spent many hours programming this all into the game for all of you.
Ooh,
So you
yeah,
can just
that's
add
cool.
things to your character sheets. Spells, items, gear, weapons, talents. It should be in there, and you just drag and drop it on now as we go. It was hidden last time. I know you guys weren't able to see it, but I worked on that, the month we had between game sessions. Okay, so you ready to bow, and you're going to fire?
Yes.
All right, let loose. Do you want to attack the same wolf, or do you want to attack a different one?
I was going to attack this one because
Okay.
I can see it.
Yeah.
And
So
I'd
the
rather
way-
not shoot null if I can avoid it. I'm not particularly skilled with a bow.
So the thing with the short bow is while you can shoot it at short range, you do have a -1, but like that's your range modification. If you get closer, then that negative modifier goes away.
So if you move up into the next range band.
I might do that in the next round. I'm going to take the -1. So what am I rolling?
When you go into your gear tab,
Yep.
you should see your bow on there. When you click on the short bow,
Yep.
does it ask you then for a modifier before rolling?
It doesn't ask me for anything in gear.
Try if you got it in the combat tab, you should be able to click short bow.
I should. There we go. Yes. Modifier is -1. There we
Yep.
go. Got it. Thank you
Perfect.
very much, Millie.
Oof.
Oh, it
Oof,
goes
indeed.
wide. You let loose your arrow, and it just soars past. Do you want to push that?
Wouldn't push.
No, I'm not going to push that.
Your bow will break. Do you want to push it? I have to ask. Come on, that's the GM's job. You have to ask with every failed roll.
You're telling the man with 5 saved up darkness points from Coriolis.
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
I forgot about that. All right, Aurora, Frost. What would you like to do?
All right. So, as a fast action, I'd like to begin moving, probably on the opposite side to where Karu has gone. So, about here-ish.
Okay.
Then I will take out one of my throwing daggers, and I want to aim at the wolf on the far left. That's the far left and the back.
Okay.
All right. What is the? Do I add any modifications to?
Your range is short as
So-
well.
Yeah.
No, your range is short on this. So
Yep.
you're good.
Okay.
You're
now
at
I
near
have
range now,
a
so there's no-
talent
that-
called Throwing Arm, which gives me a +1.
Okay.
And I believe my weapon gives me a +1 as well.
So when you click the item in the combat tab, it'll automatically give you the +1 for the item itself. It'll take into account the gear bonus. And when it asks for a modifier, just put a 1 in there.
Okay. And then a 1 for that. All right. Boom.
Yeah, that's a hit. Very nice. Very nice. Dagger goes through the air, finds its target, hits the wolf, hits it like in the throat, and you do 3 points of damage to it. Whoa. That's really good for a throwing knife.
Mm.
Now, how do I now? As another thing, there's also sneak attack. If I wish to, when making a sneak attack, I could spend a willpower in order to increase my damage by 1. What would constitute
to-
a sneak attack?
You have to have been stealthing, and they would have to have rolled a scouting roll and not have seen you.
Yeah, it's situational.
But,
So like
didn't we get the drop on them?
no, Null just charged in there when he showed up. It's like he said, I was not, not letting them know I'm here. So we just kind of just started combat because he made his presence known to them.
Karu
okay,
also attacked with. They've been shot at twice before
Yeah,
too. So
They're more
Okay,
than
if that were the case, I probably would have stealthed up. I thought we were kind of ambushing them, I guess. But would that make a difference? Like, what would I need to do if I wanted to say stealth up instead of walk up?
Not let Null go.
Yeah, it'd be a stealth roll, which would have been one of your actions, and then you could have gotten closer. You wouldn't have been able to attack this round.
Okay,
necessarily.
all right, yeah. Okay, sweet. All right, that's fine. Yep, thank you.
Very good. And Yanye.
All right, I'm gonna move, and then I'm gonna shoot because I'm really good with my bow. I don't need to spend a action to prepare it. Says my
Yeah.
talent.
Oh,
So-
very good.
Yeah, what's the talent? Let me check. Fast shooter, rank 1. You don't need to prepare before you shoot with a ranged weapon. Does not apply to crossbows. Am I reading that right? Or do I still need to? Yeah.
Nope,
okay,
you're good.
cool.
You're good.
All right. So yeah, she's gonna move up.
Fire!
She's gonna move up.
Yes. You can move up. Sorry.
How do I? I'm not used to the. I want to move over here. I can't move the turn. Oh. How do I do? I haven't learned how to do the stuff in here. I want to shoot. This dude that Corin was shooting. But I will do it from a.
Oh, this.
Oh,
If you
what
just
am I
hold
doing?
the left, if you hold the left mouse button, it makes that ping. You can ping things on the map.
That one.
Yep, that's when you want to shoot.
Yep.
And you shoot from there.
But-
And you're using what type of bow? A short bow?
Short bow. So I'll need to have moved forward, but I can't work out how to move my token.
Let's
I'm.
move you up
Oh, there we
there.
go. Yeah, somewhere in there, and then I will shoot with my bow.
All right, let loose.
Roll. Oh.
All right, you hit. You find your target.
Yeah, it's
Let
hit,
loose an
does,
arrow, and
that'll
it slams into the same wolf.
do. Yep, that'll do. That'll do me.
Very good. All right, I'm just marking them for damage. All right, it's the wolves' turn. Those pesky wolves, they growl and snarl, and they're going to leap forward. Some of them are hurt. Some of them are not so much. I'm trying to move them on the wrong one. I have 2 foundries up. I have a player one, and I have a GM one. All right, let's start moving these things. I keep trying to move things on the player one, which has no functionality.
I used to do that all the time on Roll20, have the tokens on the wrong layer and
Right.
get confused.
All right, so these things have a number of targets.
Mm-hmm.
One on each of you? No, it's got 2. Null's gonna get his scars. That's what's gonna happen. Right?
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right, so they're only attack. They're gonna slash you with their claws. So we'll do the one on Frost first. It's one success. Do you have any armor on you or anything?
I do not.
Okay. And you used all of your actions to move up there and attack, so that's 1 point of damage to your strength. So you just reduce your strength by 1 on your character sheet.
Okie dokie.
We'll do the 2 on Null. He did save an action.
I also have the Defender talent, which allows me 1 free parry
Oh,
as a free action.
nice.
So I can parry both of these.
that thing is...
And with a shield, I get a +2 to my.
Yeah, you're going to want to try and parry that. That's 4 damage.
Oof.
Ouch!
Yeah. So I click, I guess,
Some
small
serious
shield in the
scars.
combat tab and add 2 to the modifier for the
Yes.
+2 against clawed weapons. Holy crap, that's bad.
Oof.
So 3 points of damage. Are you wearing armor? Because you can roll
I
your
am
armor.
I'm wearing lots of armor. I'm
Okay,
wearing
roll
6.
your armor then.
Do I roll them one at a time, I guess? Because it's armor and helmet. So I'll roll the armor first.
Okay.
And then I'll roll
Oof.
roll the helmet. So
All
I rolled
right.
1.
So 2 points of damage.
Mhm.
Make their way through on that first one. The second one attacks you. Oh, that's
Parrying again.
much more manageable.
See how this one goes. 2 modifier again.
You're good.
Okay.
Your shield
So
absorbs it.
I blocked the second one.
Very good. All right, there's some scars though. Some scarring going on. So it
Nice.
Some scratches.
rips through, finds some gaps in your armor, and there's some warm blood in this cold air.
Rub some ash into that, make it really show up.
Yeah. Dragon Ash, if
All
you'd have
right,
caught
who's
some.
next? Yanye.
Yeah.
All right, it's a hit. Do
Yeah.
you have any armor?
Nope.
And you used all your actions to move up?
Yeah.
It's a point of damage to your strength.
Ow.
And Karu, you guys did pick up leather armor.
I haven't put any on.
From those guys. I'll just remind you.
It's on the sled. It's
that's-
on the
That is a successful attack against Karu.
I don't have armor. I don't have any actions left.
1 point of damage to your strength.
Yeah. Ah!
Nobody hit 0, did they? Nobody had.
Nope.
Okay, good. Because you have to have at least 2 in a stat.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Nobody's getting a critical injury. All right, so there we go. First round of combat. Everyone got attacked, and everybody did some attacking. It's a learning time. All right, we're back to Karu. You are.
I would
up.
like my quick action to ready a weapon, changing from the sling to my spear,
Mm-hmm.
and then stab,
Stab.
stab, stabbity stab. And just Karu is trying to rein Greycat a little bit away from the wolf, and just goes stabbing.
Very good.
And although my strength is down 1 point, still I've got a hit.
That is a hit. All right, that is the first point of damage to that wolf. It lets out a yew as you hit it with your spear.
Help!
Let's hop over to Null, who's fending off 2 wolves. He's in his
But
glory.
not as big and has armor. I
So-
need to.
One of the wolves has been wounded, right?
Yes,
Is that with
the
that little
one
head,
behind
the little face thing
you
on it?
is the most wounded. Everybody who has a little face on them
Oh,
or
that-
some sort of symbol has 1 point of damage. That one that has the 3 has taken 3 points of damage.
That's fine. I'm gonna attack the one that's. I'm gonna attack this one right here.
Okay. Yep, that one's been scratched.
With my warhammer. I don't get any bonuses or anything on this, so it's a pretty straightforward roll, right?
All right, smack it. Smack it back into the other range band. Do you
am
want
I
to
gonna
push that?
push that?
Yeah. Hey, you gotta. All right. Yeah. Push it.
Yeah. Hold on.
As long as you don't
yeah,
have
I'm
a
gonna
1 on
push
your
it.
gear die.
I'm gonna take 1 damage for this again, but
That's
I'm
but
gonna
that's
push it.
it's a point. That's the
Okay.
other thing too. You guys have all, I think, accrued
So
willpower
that's not
points
good.
from the first session. You do have those. So if
Mhm.
there's abilities that you have that can help you here, this is also another time to use them.
So that didn't give me any extra successes, but it did break my warhammer slightly. So I take 1 additional
Die away
Willpower.
from your warhammer.
and my
Okay,
take
so
1
you
strength, 1 die away. Yeah.
you smack the wolf, And it kind of sidesteps, so you only clip it. You don't get a solid hit on the wolf as you swing your warhammer down on it.
Yeah, I'm saving my second action then.
I thought I wasn't even gonna ask. I figured you're ready to start dodging wolves. All right, Corin, you are up. Sorry, the chat. I was like, what do you mean I come from the Salt and Pepper school of GMing? Push it real good.
I am going to try and shoot the wolf that is giving Yonaye grief.
Bless your heart, Jeremy. Thank you for that.
Don't hold your breath on this being any good, but it's within one range category now, so I don't get the -1.
Do it. Do it.
Hey!
Ooh. That's a hit.
Swoosh,
And
thunk.
that is enough to slay the wolf. Arrow finds its mark, lands right into its neck, and it slumps over down in the snow and lets out one final breath as it does so. That was the one in front of Yanye, right? Beautiful. Okay. Did you want to do anything else? That was all your actions?
That's all I can do, yeah. It's one to load the arrow, one to fire it.
Perfect. All right, Frost.
All right. Is there any penalties for using ranged attacks in close quarters?
I don't know. Remember off the top of my head, Matt?
Yes, there is.
What are
Yeah.
they?
Hold on.
I'm on the
It's in the
range
combat
page.
chapter. So on the combat chapter, there'll be a little range table.
Oh no, we lost
It's
Corin.
-2 off the top of my head. -3. Page 97.
Thank you.
Okay. In which case, I'll back off a bit.
Okay.
And I will throw a dagger at the wolf that bit me.
Oh, that damn wolf.
And I yell out, "Bite this!"
So, yeah, anyway. Doesn't matter.
One success.
One success. All right. And you do that with the... Is that at a negative? No. What's the range? Yours is short?
There's so many dice.
I don't know. It's a ton of dice.
Short
It's
range.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a short range.
Okay. Yeah, and you backed up. Okay.
Yep.
Very
I have
good.
lots of dice. All
One-
of the dice.
1 point of damage to that wolf. It yelps as you sink a dagger into it. A throwing dagger. All right. Yanye, you've got a dead wolf at your feet.
Yeah, so I look over my shoulder at Corin with like big, proud mama wolf eyes, wolfkin eyes. Be like, yes, you killed the thing. I'm so proud. And then try and shoot one of these wolves. Where is if I do this one? Try
Yeah.
and shoot this one. And
You're in the same range band.
is that going to give some penalties then? So, yeah. All right. So I will move. I'll move in the opposite direction. Could I move like down towards the sled
Yes. Yeah, you can move into the next range band past them.
and then shoot it? Yeah.
Yep. Shoot it from there. That's fine.
Yeah. Where
Do you need
my
me to move you?
character- Yeah. I'll work it out. I promise. I'll work it out for next month.
Move you over there, and you have the thing that lets you knock an arrow for free, right? As a free
Yeah. Yeah.
action.
She's what's the talent called?
talent?
Fast shooter.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're gonna kind of dash over there as you're preparing an arrow and shoot back at a wolf.
This one here. This one that's.
That one's
Roll
supposed
that.
to be in this other range
Yeah.
band.
I get one. Just one.
Technically, we're supposed to be using the retreat action anytime you're moving away from an enemy that you're
Oh, okay.
being attacked by, but
She wasn't engaged. It was dead. The one at her feet was dead.
Ah.
So she
Okay.
was not at arm's reach with an enemy.
cool. All right.
I know, I was.
Yeah,
You would-
Aurora was.
You
We
would have
did.
passed your move roll because you've got mega agility, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mega agility,
We
made
can
of
handle that
agility.
one.
All right.
Superpower.
Sink an arrow into that wolf, finds its mark, so it is damaged with 1 more point of damage. We're whittling them away 1 point of damage at a time.
I
I'm gonna
know.
move the dead one away. Get that out of there. All right. So it is the wolves' turn, and they're hurt. So that affects them. Okay. Noel is surrounded. Karu's still in there. We'll do the 3 on Null first. They're damaged, so they're going to be rolling less dice, which is good.
The one that's just come up behind me, I'll ignore because I haven't been attacked by it.
So you pay
that one
no.
get a free. That one will get a free attack on me. No, you know what? No, we'll do it one at a time. We'll do it one at a time. It'll
We'll
make a bit
see.
more sense.
You're giving that one a free attack, and then
I just looked at the remaining strength I've got left. No, I'll do it one at a time. So yeah, I'll do a parry on this one.
Okay, so let's roll its attack. Nothing. It bites at you, and it goes wide. You just sidestep.
I still have to use my parry. I have to announce it before you roll. So
okay.
I see.
Yep. So
All right.
The second one will do it exactly the same.
The next one is undamaged. That one gets to roll its full dice. I don't know why.
So I rolled 2 on that one on my roll.
Okay, so you're good. You avoid all that, and then the last one, which is severely injured. It's bleeding everywhere. It's barely keeping itself up. It's gonna take a try and bite you, but
this is where you roll all 6s.
Nah.
Okay, no.
And 0-0. It's kind of lunges at you. It collapses a little bit under its own weight, and it's unsuccessful. So we'll go back to the top of the turn order. Or no, I forgot to attack Karu. Just reminded me.
Okay.
Don't like me. I'm
So
fine.
close.
So close. I forgot. Okay, it hit you.
No armor, nothing. So
You didn't move on your turn, though, did you? Oh, no, you load... No,
I
but you
changed
swapped
weapons.
Out. Gotcha. Okay, 2
I
points
changed
of damage to
weapons.
your strength.
So yeah.
Are you still alive?
It's trying to eat me.
You're not at 0?
I'm not at 0.
Okay,
not
good.
Yet.
Good.
Got
All right.
One more point to go.
Now it's your turn.
Help! Help! Why is everyone helping someone else? Stabbing at the thing with my slow action. This is not going to do much since I'm.
That's it.
Actually. Oh no! I clicked the wrong weapon. Sorry. There we go.
Oh, it kind of sidesteps out of the way and avoids the attack.
I'm not going to push that because if I push that, I'm just killing over and falling off my wolf.
Could be entertaining. You won't get a critical injury from that. Noel, over to you. I'm watching the time here. We're gonna have to wrap up here right away.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack. No, I'm gonna attack the one that's not been hurt yet.
All right. The
only
fresh
two.
ones.
Yeah. So that's a pretty straightforward roll. 1, and I am going to push that.
Yes.
Damn it.
1 point of damage. Another
One more
pip.
point of strength damage and 1 more willpower point, but I don't do any extra damage, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good.
I inflict 2 damage, by the way, with my warhammer.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to have to leave off here because I know 2 of our players have to leave right away, and I don't want to make them late for their other previous engagements. So we're in the middle of combat here. We'll come back. We'll come back in a month's time. We'll do this because I want to do the round table here. We're going to let everybody do their where everybody could find all of you. So thank you everybody who joined us for this session. It's good to be back. We were a little rusty because, hey, it's been a month since our session 1, but we're getting the hang of it, and we're glad that you all joined us for the next session of Bitter Reach. Let's do a little round table, and everybody can plug what they got going on, where everybody can find you. As I drop my books on the floor, Myri, where can people find you? What do you have going on?
Well, you can find me on Orkenspalter TV, both on YouTube and on Twitch. And you can find me under my name, if you can type it. I know it's a weird name, on Instagram and Twitter and everything. And if you can read German, you can also find books by me. But German, I'm sorry. It's a weird language that everyone wants to learn it. I get it. So that's what I do, and that's where you can find me. And I think on the 28th, we're also going to do a Forbidden Lands campaign, but we are going to play in the original Forbidden Lands, in the Ravenlands. And yeah, we'll maybe dip our toes a little bit into Raven's Purge, but generally I would like to go for the randomized part, and I really would like to see the stronghold system get some
Ooh.
use.
Yes.
So, and Matt and Michael. So, GM Matt.
I get to be in the player's chair for that. I'm excited.
Yeah,
to
and
finally
Michael
get
are going to be in that one. So, it's going to be in English, obviously. Oh, are you ready to learn German until the 28th?
All right, Michael, you got a
9.
challenge.
Okay, it's going to be in English on the 28th on Orkenspalter TV. See you then.
Excellent. Yes, I'm looking forward. I finally get to play this game in the player's seat. I'm very excited. Who's next on my overlay? Let's jump over to Millie.
Hi, I'm Millie. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter and all those other places as Millie the GM. I'm going over to Garblag Games' house in a minute. We're going to do some WFRPs. Also, I'm back here on Tuesday for Coriolis
Coriolis.
Ooh,
With
yeah.
Ben.
sweet.
with Ben.
With me.
With Ben. Hey,
know
speaking of
where
Ben,
you
hey
are.
Ben, what do you got going on?
Oh, hey. Hi, I'm Ben from Garblag Games. I'm running Coriolis on the Free League channel on Tuesdays. The Scheherazade Protocol. We're halfway through. We're playing Woofrup tonight over on Garblag, and I think Matt's going to do a raid, fingers crossed, to do our numbers a favour. And just so that everybody knows, so that I don't chicken out between now and next month, I'm going to do something really insane and stupid, and I am going to tackle the wolf on Karu.
Oh. You gotta write down,
Even
seal it in an
though
envelope
I
sort of
suck
thing.
at combat, I'm going to tackle it and try and subdue it.
All right, everybody.
That's all right. Obviously, I suck at combat too. So
Remind him. Remind him. I'm surprised nobody put the leather armor on.
I would like to just
I
say
already
that
have some.
don't suck at combat.
Well, speaking of not sucking about, Michael, where can we find you?
Yeah, hey guys, my name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Like Myri, I am from Australia. I'm from Australia, and I also speak a very bizarre language that very few people understand. So yeah, if you decide you want to try and learn Australian, yeah, give that a go. You can find me on YouTube with a whole bunch of advice videos on my YouTube channel, Dead Aussie Gamer. I also have a Dead Aussie Gamer live channel on YouTube, where there and on Twitch, I broadcast a bunch of live plays. I also show up on a whole bunch of different channels. Right now, I've got, of course, Forbidden Lands right here at Free Leagues, as well as soon to be on Orkenspalter. I am also playing Talisman on How to Be a Great GM, and I am doing a whole bunch of Patreon games, including, starting next week, Curse of Strahd, which I'm actually very excited about because I love horror games, and it's been one of my back burner games for so long. And there are still 2 seats
Two
for
seats
anyone
available.
who wants to check that out. So there you go.
Get
If
on
you
it.
want, it's patreon.com/deadausiegamer. Yeah, and that's what I got going.
He's Dead Aussie Gamer everywhere. Find him.
Everywhere.
Matt, what do you got going on?
I'm on Three Skulls Tavern, threeskulls.tv. It's a YouTube channel, and I'm running for my own Forbidden Lands campaign on Sunday, this coming Sunday. I'm also finishing up a Twilight 2000 game and a Vaesen game later this month. And then I'm going to be starting a Coriolis campaign and an Alien campaign on that channel. I also am a podcaster on the Mud and Blood podcast, and we'll be starting up very soon for this year. So that's what I've got going. And Mud and Blood is mbcast.co, and you can find me on Twitter at 9littlebees. Yeah,
Great.
that's me.
Very good. All right, you guys can find me here on the Free League Publishing website. I'm, the house GM. I'm here most of the time. We have lots of wonderful guests here as well. So please check out everybody who's guesting. Like Ben, Millie's going to be coming up running something here right away as well. A big campaign. Ben, Millie's going to be coming up running something here. And
Big bada boom.
and so yeah, check us out here. Drew Gaska from Aliens, the writer, creator, whatever, all that good stuff. He's going to be here next week, so join us for that live chat. But we're going to throw you all into Garblight Games, who are running... What is it? Enemy Within!
The Enemy Within, yes, sponsored by Cubicle 7 and Games Workshop.
Yeah, if I put the
Craziness.
put the right command in. Garblight Games. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a great day, evening, wherever you are. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next month. We'll announce on Twitter the next date.